Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Yolanda. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you my 5 tips how to make the high school track team this year. Well, technically next year. But yeah, for the year of 2021-2022. So before we get started, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, make sure to subscribe down below, and if I videos can honor this video. Okay, so I've been running track ever since I was in 6th grade, and right now I'm a sophomore in high school. I've done cross country first actually, and I went over to track for that following spring season, and so I have been around this world of running for a while. I'm no expert here or anything, but from what I've experienced and what I've witnessed and all, like, here is my best intake for this whole thing. And so I really hope it helps, and I really hope that you make it this year. And I'm putting out now because it's important to prepare beforehand, because you don't want to wait till last minute. So like, oh, how can I make it or whatever, when there's like a lot of competition and all that. And so yeah, let's get on to this video. For number 1 is get a head start at conditioning now, and anything is better than nothing. I know some people are still finishing up their sports or are even starting another winter sport though, but are still doing track for spring. And what's it called? As long as you're doing something that at least helps. Like, just something's better than nothing. I remember doing COVID year, and it was really hard and everything like that. And my team, it was like for like a club or whatever, but it was still a track team. And it was my 8th grade year, and they stopped it. And you'd like just do stuff on your own kind of. And I remember there's some people like they'd complain about running, but like I could see how much they were driven and like how much they wanted to still continue to get better. And for freshman year, and so they still ran outside, and sometimes I came out and ran with them, even though they're sprinters and I was long distance. I still saw them out there still running, and that's really important, is to at least get something. So if you're not doing any other sports like that, at least like go to the gym or something, or I don't know, talk to a trainer that can help you like do some conditioning stuff. Or like, I know at least from my school, every Tuesday and Thursday they offer conditioning for people that are doing it for spring of 2021. And so even going for like a 10-minute run every day, that will help you better your chances. Honestly, I never realized how much competitive high school was until I actually went to one of like the races. Well, actually, I had a whole season last year, and even through COVID, I still had it. And I just remember like, wow, like I never really knew, because like for long distance, nobody really gets cut, but for sprinters, for my school specifically, that's how it's done, you know. And so I was just really shocked, but I was like, I really saw like the worth ethic and like the passion of the people that really wanted to be there. Not saying that the people that didn't make it didn't have it, but it was just like you could see like how much that they really wanted that and proved it out there. So number 2, I'd say train with people that challenge you rather than your friends. Personally, for me, I don't really remember a lot about this, but I know specifically with my sister, it really showed a lot. I remember we did cross country our middle school years, and I remember how like she'd run with these people, and she was capable of more, but like they'd be running a little bit slower than like the pace that she's more than faster than. Hopefully I said that right. And it wasn't until, so she stayed the same pace 8th grade year, but it wasn't until 9th grade year that my mom was like, you need to go run with somebody else. Like, not saying that the girl's bad, like they're literally still best friends to this day, but when she actually got out of her comfort zone and had people that challenged her, she ran crazy times, and she like appeared to be like minutes. And now as a senior, she is 1950-ish. At the same time, running with your friends is amazing, and maybe that's your intentions for being here. But at the same time, you can't stay with them all the time. You know, as much fun as it is, there's going to be so many other people to meet. Not saying that you don't have to be friends with other people that you aren't the same pace as, but it's also just a good opportunity to meet new people. And what makes it a great sport is that, like, you want to see who can get the fastest. Of course, it's going to have to be somebody who's going to be slower or going to be faster, but that's a part of it, because that's what the sport is. I've struggled this a lot because I've always wanted, like, am like one of the fastest people in my grade for like girls or whatever. And sometimes it can be hard because it's like I do want to beat them. It's like most of my friends that I'm way more closer with are in JV, but it's like at the same time I want to train, I want to be the best, and so I'm technically kind of willing to sacrifice this friendship. So the thing is, I don't actually leave it. Like I still talk with them, but like maybe not as much, but like they're still my friends till this day, literally best friends still. Number 3, I'd say, is to know your why. My coach introduced this to us this year, and it really made me think a lot. Your why, as in like why you here, like what made you want to do sport. Like out of all things, like people literally hate running. There's some people that I even know on my team, like they just don't like running at all. They still do the sport, which is totally 100% fine. There's some people that also just love the feeling after workout, and after I heard that, I was like, wow, I realized I do too. Or some people that just do it to lose weight maybe, or just to stay healthy or whatever. But just like, what is your why? What motivates you? What drives you? What is your passion? Like what makes you want to be here and do this is your why. And it's really important to remember that, because through your trials that you may have in the sport, I know I've experienced a whole bunch that have almost prevented me from stop running. Like I had this condition that made me literally collapse for the past 3 years. I've been dealing through that, but it wasn't until like this year I was able to overcome it. And I've dealt with eczema while running too. For some reason last year my body just started acting up, and I'm still dealing with it now. Trigger warning for anybody who doesn't like to see, I don't know, but yeah, I have really bad eczema, literally discolored my skin, like it's all over my body, like all over. But and it hurts like scratching while running, and it hurts just because like literally I'm out in the sun all the time. But it comes with it, and I always have to remember that this is what I love to do, and I'm not gonna let it stop me. Now there's some times where like health reasons do factor in, like maybe no, but at the same times like I still want to push that those limits. And so just knowing your why, and which is what I want to reiterate from the beginning, is that like what drives you to do this, and you can really see a difference of like what people's true intentions are wanting to be here. Like like it doesn't really, it's not bad, but I'm just saying like some people just like to be here just for the social part, and that is 100% okay. But some people want to actually be here to maybe one day be in the Olympics or something, or just to like make their mama proud or something, I don't know. But it's just really important aspect that I hope that you can think about too. Number 4 is gear. So it isn't so important, but at the same time, if you don't have it, you can still make your way. I remember there's a point in time, like spikes are like really good, and like I know some people that literally shoot off 30 seconds off their time and plus more, whatever, by having spikes. But with but I remember there's a point in time I didn't have spikes, and I remember I really wanted them, and I tried giving to my mom. She's like, no, you don't need them. During the period I didn't have them still, I told my coach, like, yeah, my mom says that if I get whatever time, then like I can get the spikes. And I remember he was just like, yeah, the spikes are cool now, but it's also about the runner wearing them too. And it just always just reminded me that like sometimes we shouldn't like, I mean, it's nice having the gear, but at the same time it's just like, I mean, actually it's really nice having it, but even if you're not able to afford it, don't stress over it. It definitely helps a bunch, but at the same time you can still make your way. Another thing I do want to mention is that sometimes we do focus on the, I guess in a way you can say, materialistic stuff of sports, and like, oh, this can make me get faster if I eat this gummy, or oh, these shoes will make me break off a minute, or even, oh, if I lose this weight, then maybe I can shave off like 30 seconds or something like that. But yeah, maybe those things may be true, but at the same time it's like you have to put in the actual work. Like you can want to break 15 minutes in a 5K, right? But the shoes at the end of the day will not do anything if you don't put in the work over the summer to break 15 minutes during the cross country season when it actually starts, like in August or September. Like you have to put in the work. They won't put in the work for you. Like it'll do a percentage, but it won't do the 50% more that you may want it to do. Just at least if you have a good pair of trainers, that's the most important part to first focus on, and then get a nice pair of specs, whatever. And then also clothes, it's good to be always prepared. This is gonna be like literally a cold season, unless like you live in a hot area. I don't know where that is. Please take me there. But it's always good to like be dressed up and bundled up because it's a part of the recovery process, and you don't want any injuries during the season. So just make sure to be wearing the right stuff, and then like when you actually are getting like feeling hot or whatever, then you could take off layers. But just please stay safe out there. Last year I went through a whole injury during the season, and it sucked, and I know I could have done so much better. We had like a time trial before I had gotten injured, and I ran like literally, it was an 800 meter, and I ran it in 2:32. I wasn't really able to like run my best ability, and I ran like a 240 or 240 to 245ish range. Yeah, it was kind of depressing, but at the same time I knew that next year, which is now, I'll be in my comeback season. Number 5 is to literally have fun, okay? This sport is cool. It's just like any other sport. Like you can take it too seriously all you want to, but at the same time, you need to have fun. Like you're literally investing so much time into this. At least make it fun. And like, I know sometimes like we just be planning a lot of stuff. Like, it's okay to have your cheat meals, cheap snacks or whatever. To like, I literally drink soda for a whole week, and maybe it's not the best idea, but hey, I was able to perform also, but not for long term though. I remember sometimes like we'd go get ice cream, we'd be eating cake, cookies, fast food, all sorts of types of mess. Remember we used to treat ourselves too after races. We'd go out to eat, go to some Zaxby's, get some Chick-fil-A, get some Mexican restaurant. Oh my gosh. Like, just because you do the sport and like, oh, be healthy and all that doesn't mean to be healthy all the time now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I really hope this video you enjoyed and that it helped you, and I hope that you make it this year. I'll be making more videos too, but yeah, I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Peace is already out.